Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is the Ripper Danny B, and I want to welcome you to episode 102 of CWR. This is Asylum. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall, introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Paul Heyman. From Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Now, this is a very interesting match. Brock Lesnar burst into the office of the Rated R Superstar earlier today and demanded that he be given a CWR World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. And Edge said, do you know what? Go out there, and if you can send your opponent to Suplex City tonight, you will get exactly what you want. Brock Lesnar is here. He doesn't know who his opponent is going to be, and I don't think he cares. Somebody is going to Suplex City tonight. Well, I certainly did not expect this. We haven't seen Bray Wyatt in quite some time, but he is here tonight with the entire Wyatt family. We mentioned last week they were traded to Asylum in exchange for Roman Reigns, and it looks like we know why now. Bray Wyatt wanted his family back together. Look at them, creepy as hell, creepy as ever. The Wyatt family are here, and the question is, they're obviously answering the challenge that Brock Lesnar made. But which one? Which one is willing to risk the trip to Suplex City? And you got to think, you're not just going to incur the wrath of the Beast Incarnate here this evening. But if you allow Brock Lesnar an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship, Dolph Ziggler is going to be on your back as well. Ziggler does not want to defend the title against Brock Lesnar, although maybe he does want the extra chance to prove himself. We all know how Dolph Ziggler got the name Beast Slayer. Maybe he does want that shot, and maybe that's why Lesnar has demanded this championship match finally. He believes that he can take Dolph Ziggler, repay him for what happened back at Fatality all that time ago. Here we are, all four members of the Wyatt family. Imposing sight if ever there was one. Brock Lesnar just waiting patiently on the outside, not in any rush whatsoever to get into this thing just yet. Well, they're here, so the question is now, which one? Brock's ready. Wyatt, Bray Wyatt himself is stepping into this thing. What is going on here? What has Bray Wyatt got in mind? Wyatt gets right out of the ring. Just walks around it. Bray Wyatt not really in any rush by the looks of things. And that's exactly what he's doing. Bray Wyatt placing the family between Lesnar and himself. But the family just getting out of harm's way there. Bray Wyatt led Brock Lesnar into a trap. Bray Wyatt, this is not a no disqualification match. Bray Wyatt has a sledgehammer in hand. What is Bray Wyatt up to? Goes to whack him with that sledgehammer. Brock avoids it twice. Brock tries to get his hand on Wyatt, but every step of the way, Bray Wyatt is moving. He's getting out of harm's way. Lesnar picks up the sledgehammer, but he thinks about it twice. But Bray Wyatt, steel chair, and there it is. There's the bell. There's the disqualification. Brock Lesnar has won this match. What was Wyatt thinking? And you can see now Bray Wyatt just going nuts with that chair. Brock Lesnar has won this match. Eater of Worlds or not, what has Bray Wyatt done? Well, while we let that sink in, we take a look at what happened earlier this evening. We know that Rusev will be defending the Patriot Championship at Survivor Series. He know will be defending it against Sami Zayn. Well, Edge thought, well, it's a dual-branded pay-per-view and it's a dual-branded title, so we deserve to send someone too. And so we picked two of the best international stars on Asylum today, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, to clash one-on-one. The winner will join the Patriot Championship match at Survivor Series. As you can see here, Cesaro was on a roll at one point. He nearly had Nakamura beat, but it isn't that easy to stop Shinsuke Nakamura, the imploder. Nakamura wasn't done there. Strikes him in the stomach and the Kinshasa connects. 1, 2, 3. So there you have it, an updated match for Survivor Series. Rusev will defend against both Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura. What an incredible match that is going to be. But here we move on to our main event this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall, and it has Survivor Series World Heavyweight Championship implications. Introducing first, from West Newbury, Massachusetts, Mr. Hustle, Loyalty and Respect, John Cena. And by implications for the World Heavyweight Championship, what I mean is Kevin Owens demanded his rematch. Absolutely demanded. Threatened to physically harm Edge if he didn't get his rematch at Survivor Series. Well, Edge has given it to him. But with a little caveat. If Kevin Owens can win this triple threat match this evening, he gets Dolph Ziggler one-on-one at the pay-per-view exactly how he wanted. However, there's two men in this match that if they win, they will be added to that match at Survivor Series, making it a triple threat encounter. Dolph Ziggler was all up for the idea. A fighting champion is Ziggler as always. John Cena, the face that runs the place, the man who very nearly became World Heavyweight Champion just last week as he battled Dolph Ziggler in Asylum's main event, finds himself back in a main event match, back in the hunt for the title immediately. And this is a very interesting choice for the Rated R superstar, not only the friend of Kevin Owens, but a man that hasn't really done much in the way of earning a championship opportunity. But I guess the Rated R superstar has taken one look at the opportunities being given on Revolt and decided, you know what, we need to do that too. We need to start giving out opportunities. And Chris Jericho, well, his accolades don't need listing really, do they? From Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 232 pounds, the Ayatollah of rock and roller, Chris Jericho. Y2J makes his way down to the ring, purpose in mind. Jericho, despite the fact he is a veteran of the wrestling industry, is still in his prime today. He hasn't had that much in the way of success here in the Revolution, but that could start to change this night. Part of this triple threat match, part of the number one contendership. Kevin Owens is not going to be pleased, you know that. Dolph Ziggler is definitely going to be watching with interest. Can Chris Jericho pull out an upset here this evening? And it has to be, you know, It's a rare world where you can consider Chris Jericho's winning to be an upset, but here against John Cena, against Kevin Owens, that's exactly what it would be. And here comes the man of the hour. The man who, quite frankly, we should all thank for this potentially amazing triple threat match to come. From Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing 280 pounds, Kevin Owens. Don't know why I list back. Kevin Owens, of course, the former World Heavyweight Champion, won the belt with the assistance of Bray Wyatt back at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. He lost that title to Dolph Ziggler at an Exodus. You know, Kevin Owens had a great reign. The match he had with Shinsuke Nakamura and Bray Wyatt at Immortality, sending back a former world champion and the Royal Rumble winner. Kevin Owens earned his spot in the history books. But then, Dolph Ziggler was just too much to overcome. Kevin Owens has demanded his one-on-one rematch. If he can win this fight tonight, well, he gets it. It's as simple as that. So here we go. Triple threat rules, of course, apply. No countouts, no disqualifications. First man to gain pinfall or submission between the ropes will win this contest. It'll be interesting to see if any alliances are built up. Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho went right after one another. That friendship isn't going to last very long. I think Kevin might be just that little bit annoyed that Chris weaseled his way into this match. They're supposed to be friends after all. That friendship, I think, may be broken forever in the course of this matchup. John Cena does need to be careful, though, because if Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho decide that Cena is too much of a threat, they will deal with him. There's no denying that. They will fight it out amongst themselves. But right now, John Cena has KO down. Jericho is trying to go for an attack, but just not quite landing them the way he'd like to. Kevin Owens taking a breather, probably a very sensible thing to do for KO. Stay out of the way and allow Jericho and Cena to batter the living hell out of each other. Come back in at a more opportune time, and Chris Jericho is more than happy to oblige right now as he goes right to work on John Cena. Northern Lights suplex there from Jericho. Owens right in, and there you go. Said it already. He goes for the cover. The crowd letting Jericho know what they feel of him this evening. John Cena just taking advantage of the fact that things have broken down between Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Cena hit the mat and was ready to take an attack. Kevin Owens went right after him. John Cena right on the puzzle, not giving any leeway whatsoever. And there's a nice gut-wrench suplex, puts KO down. Cena turns his attention right back to Jericho as Kevin Owens once again escapes the ring. Now John Cena is taking the advantage of Chris Jericho, and I didn't quite see what happened when we cut away there, but Chris Jericho has been busted open. Cena must have hit him hard in that corner. Jericho is bleeding. Kevin Owens is down. What a time for the camera to cut away, honestly. I need to fire some of the staff members I've got around here. John Cena is now going for the cover on Chris Jericho. Jericho only just about gets the shoulder up, and at this point I can't say I'm surprised. That cut came out of nowhere. Cena must have clobbered him one. Jericho, you know, that's only just happened. He must be dazed, he must be confused. Cena looks a little confused. He wants to fend off Kevin Owens, who also has a strike now. Cena must have just clocked him one as well. John Cena is not in a good mood tonight, is he? He's busted open two men with very, very little remorse. This thing has gotten out of control. Jericho's back up to his feet and doing what he does best, and that is running his mouth. John Cena goes to stop him, but Chris Jericho isn't hanging around. Powerbomb attempt by Y2J. Cena counters it. Jericho rolls out the ring. Cena goes for the cover on KO. There's two. And Kevin Owens still has the wherewithal to kick out. Somehow. I mean, this match broke down quickly. We started off with a very interesting match going on. You know, there was the narrative of you know, will Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens get along? And we watch that breakdown, and then suddenly John Cena just turns this into a bloodbath, and he continues to attack the open wound on Kevin Owens. 2 strikes that, you know, you just didn't see happen. And Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho are both bleeding profusely at this point. Cena with a gut-wrench suplex there to Kevin Owens. Chris Jericho back in. Attitude adjustment. Cena lays out Jericho. There's 1, 2. Chris Jericho still in this thing, and Cena must be that little bit shocked. He wasn't expecting Chris Jericho to remain in this thing. He instead goes for a submission move, trying to wrench down on that neck. But Jericho has other plans. Cena manages to stay alive in this thing, but you can tell now that Jericho and Owens have started to reach some kind of mutual agreement, whether it was wordlessly or not. Cena's domination has gotten to them, and they are trying to do something about it. Surprised the doctors at this point haven't gotten involved. Cena superplex to Chris Jericho, harms himself in the process, of course, and that could be an opening for Kevin Owens if Cena isn't careful, and that's exactly what it is. But Cena again right to the wound. Belly to belly tap slam there from Cena. I can't believe what I'm seeing. You know, John Cena is showing an hyper aggressive side that I just don't think we ever see out of him. Cena obviously not happy that he didn't claim the title last week, and will do anything in his power to get his hands on it once again. This is John Cena after all. He is a man who does not know what not being champion feels like. Here in the Revolution, he is yet to claim any prize whatsoever. After Kevin Owens manages to throw Cena off, he turns his attention right back to Jericho, hits him with the electric chair. There's the package pile driver from Kevin Owens though. Talk about hyper aggressive. Northern Lights by Jericho. And look at Jericho now. He's gone after Cena. He's going to take advantage of Kevin Owens' work. There's 1, 2, 3. I don't believe that. I mean, what a match did we just see? The attitude adjustment to KO earlier in the match. Cena busted these men open. Both of them in the blink of an eye. This match wasn't exactly that long. Cena didn't have a lot of time to do it, but he did. Kevin Owens going for a pinfall. I just can't believe how hyper-violent this match turned out to be very early on in the match, of course. As things broke down. In fact, no, this is the end after the package pile driver. Jericho gets rid of KO with the Northern Lights. And that's his opportunity to put Cena down once and for all. I'm shocked at what we just saw, but here's the fact of the matter. Chris Jericho will be joining Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler at Survivor Series in a triple threat match. What do you know? That was something, eh? Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name has been the Ripper Danny B, and this was Asylum. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ladies' night on Horizon, baby, and never forget to keep it sweet.